Good evening YouTube, it is Mighty Grimlock here, back with another review for you. I've had a bit of bother with this one, like, I'll tell you that for nothing. I actually recorded this video this afternoon, but I've since had a bit of trouble. I've been trying to figure out why the videos I've been uploading have been such poor quality when I've watched them on my computer. They've been fine, and it's something I've figured it all out. It's all to do with my shitty little webcam there. I've got a Microsoft Lifecam HD 5000, which apparently is supposed to do 720p 30 frames a second, and so far all I've been getting out of it is 15, which I didn't realise, and that's why my videos have been looking so piss poor. So I do apologise for that, everybody who's watched them. Hopefully this one is going to be much better, and it should be a nice 16:9 aspect ratio and hopefully in HD. We'll wait and see. Right, I'd like to start out properly today by just putting a little thank you out there for TF Nosey, who included me in one of his videos recently, and I got a couple more subscribers from it, and it was great. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much, mate. Cheesy thumbs up. Yeah. Thanks a lot. Couldn't ask for any more. I've been welcomed by this community. I only joined a couple of weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, something like that. And it's great. Loving it. I do apologise as well for the glare in my glasses. There's not much I can do about that. It's late at night, and I have to wear contact lenses during the day, so I've had to take them out. Right. Anyway, moving onwards. Today I am going to do something quite special, and that special thing is the Dark Fleet, collectively known, once they combine, as Tidal Wave. So obviously Tidal Wave officially comes in 3 different flavours. So I'm going to start with, which one should I start with? Probably this one. I don't like this one so much. This is probably my least favourite of the 3. It's some kind of troop transporter, I believe. It's a nice big beefy chunky brick thing, really. There's not a lot to it. There's not a lot to much of Tidal Wave, to be fair, but he's still mint. There's some nice sort of thrusters on the back there. You can see right in there, which is a bit shitty. There's some lovely. I do quite like the gold paintwork. There's some lovely detail on these wings. You can pick out a little bit there. Nice detail and nice bit of gold paintwork on there. And obviously up here you've got the control tower. It looks a little bit like maybe some troops are supposed to come out with air, but if they did, they'd be very, very small. I'll tell you why, because the gimmick on this one is you pick these up, flip them out like that, and then you end up with some seats for minicons to sit on. A bit like some kind of Cybertronian Saving Private Ryan or something like that. Yeah, it's alright. There's not much to it. Like I said, it's a bit here, neither out nor something. The ironic thing is that the minicon that Tidal Wave comes bundled with, which is Ramjet, who we'll get to in a minute, doesn't actually fit in here. He can't sit down because for some reason he only has 1 leg and 1 foot, and it doesn't bend the right way. So it's a bit shit. But if you've got any other ones, then they fit in alright, and it's quite nice. Alright, just pop them away. So that is Troop Transporter. Next one, I'll show you this one because this is actually probably my favourite one, even though it's kind of like giant fist on the front, and I haven't transformed that right. Excuse me 1 second. There we go, that's better. Yeah, I've never seen a boat with a giant fist with 2 thumbs on the front before. A bit ridiculous, but I actually really like this one. I think it looks really nice. There's a little bit of kibbleish on the back there. 2 giant pegs. They are basically for when he combines into his giant ship mode, and also for when he's in robot mode with his arms. There's a little gimmick which I can show you, but I can't really do anything about. But the control tower here, press that down like that, brings out a clip, and that clips onto Armada Megatron, onto his arm, so he gets like a big sort of beastie arm like that with a nice big hand and 2 thumbs. So to pop that up for now. The other gimmick, which is probably the main gimmick of this one, and you can probably see in here there's a little red arm poking out the side there. This is Ramjet, and he's currently in, there we go, it's not the best gimmick in the world, in this platform. So I can never get that platform to work properly. That's probably just the way I do it, but it basically pops out like that, and there's a little peg there for mini cons. That leaves you with Ramjet, all folded up and teeny and tiny. So what you do to transform him into jet mode, first of all, you just fold these wings down and then fold his cockpit across, and it clips into his foot like that, and then you've got this tiny little jet. Oh, isn't he cute? Actually, he's quite nice in jet mode. His robot mode leaves a little bit to be desired, but what do you expect from a minicon? To do that, I'll quickly take him to it now. You just fold out this uni leg, fold the uni foot out, fold his wings back, arms down, and then the cockpit just sort of folds over the back there, and then you're left with tiny little minicon, who actually looks alright. I don't mind him too much. Just a shame about the legs. The way he's made, he can't sit down properly. So he's a bit crap. I'll just quickly pop him back into jet mode, and then I'll be able to show you some more little things. So yeah, the aircraft carrier. I quite like it. I love the Decepticon logo. That's wicked. And there's a nice bit of detail on the tower there. It's none of it's painted, so you can't really see any of it, which is a bit of a shame. But I quite like the paint lines going down there as well. Right, which brings me on to the last one, which I'm fucked if I know what this is. It's some kind of twin-hulled battleship destroyer, heavily armed thing. Yeah, with, for some reason, green bits. I'm not entirely sure why they are. There's 2 big holes there. Basically what they are is missile launchers, but I don't have the missiles anymore, I'm afraid, so they've long since been lost to the ravages of time. Yeah, so never mind. There's some nice bits of paint apps on here. There's some silver on here. You're probably not going to see that because of my light, but never mind. And the burnished gold around the front's quite nice as well, or bronze or whatever it is. That's quite pretty. The control tower for this one's in the middle. This one actually becomes the control tower for the whole big destroyer when it gets formed, which I'll show you in a minute. There's also a nice little Decepticon symbol in the middle there, along with all these gun emplacements, which brings me on to this one's gimmick. So, Ramjet, pop him on this little peg here. There we go, he's on, and he basically goes, if you push him forwards, if I get that in camera, there you go, look at that, isn't that amazing? That's the best gimmick you've ever seen in your life. It's fucking amazing, that, fantastic. Yeah, works even better in robot mode, I'll show you that in a minute. So yeah, that's basically all the boats. This one also has a bit of a gimmick for attaching to Megatron. There's 2 little catches under here, and they basically just clip together, and then it goes on Armada Megatron's other arm, and he ends up with some kind of Uber Fist twin green thing of death. Yeah, so that's alright. The troop transporter, it turns into a rocket pack for him as well. To do that, you basically get a hold of it like this. I believe you turn them one way or another. I think it's like this. Like I say, I don't have Armada Megatron, so I couldn't tell you what it was like. And the clip here clips onto the middle of Armada Megatron, and then you've got like a nice big rocket pack, whichever way around it goes, like that or something. Yeah, so it's not a lot to it, like I say. So now we're going to put it into battleship mode. So to do that again, just take these out so that you've got your clip like that. On the back of this there's a big pole, and you basically just clip the 2 together like that. These then move up, and they should just sort of peg in somewhere. Ooh. So they're not going to. There is a place for them to peg in. I'm going to quickly turn this around as well. Do I do that? No, I don't. I'm getting myself fucking far too ahead of myself for that. Like, never mind. That's the next part. Right, there we go. They're pegged in now, so they're in nice and solid. They're not going anywhere. The next part you do is you get the twin hulls and take them out, and they sort of bend around like that. And then you can see there's some little sort of plug sockets in there. What you do with the aircraft carrier, fucking hell, my mind is gone tonight, I'm sorry everyone, is you flip the pegs round to the side, and then they literally just clip into these holes here, and then you are left with one fucking hell of a ship. Look at that. That is mint. There's no other word for it. It's absolutely fucking awesome, isn't it? Even though it's still got the giant hand at the front. I still love it. It's huge as well. It's a seriously big vehicle mode. It's fucking massive. A little bit of a shitty gap at the back there, but there's not much you can do about that. That's just kind of the way it goes. Yeah, so there's not much more to say about that other than the fact that it's amazing and it properly rocks. The next thing we do is take them into robot mode. So to do that, basically, you have to unpeg these legs. Whoa, which are a right bastard to get off, like, to be fair. Certainly standing well to the test of time. Wow, come on. There we go. So the legs are off. You then have to turn these lovely, wonderfully clicky ratchet joints round. Oh, listen to that. There we go. Flip the wings back in. Then you've got his feet to deal with. Now there's these little weird bits here, and I've seen people who like to keep them up like that. I'm just flipping his feet out and his heel spur there. I've seen people who like to keep them up like that, but I think it looks a bit shit. I don't know if you're supposed to just put it down like that. That's how I tend to do it, so that's how I'm going to do it now. Again, just sort this bit out, and then you flick his heel spur back, and that's his legs. So you're left with this giant thing up here. What you also have to do is just at the waist here, this bit here actually turns round, so I'm going to do that now. Just swivel it around like that, again on another nice clicky joint, and then you've got his legs facing forwards. Next thing to do is the chest piece here. We'll just spin that round, and then it gives him a nice control panel crotch, control tower crotch, sorry. Then we take the destroyer. I keep calling it a destroyer, fucking honestly, mate, I do apologise. The aircraft carrier, split it in half, like so. Fold these bits around. They don't peg in anywhere, they just sort of sit quite nicely, quite comfortably like that. And then we're almost there. His arms, spin them around like that. And oh, listen to that. That's nice, isn't it? Move the fingers out and the thumb. 1 second, can I do it when I'm not looking? Same with the other arm. Oh, this boy's a big bundle of ratchety goodness. And then the final thing is you just pop his head up like that. And there we have the fucking monster that is Tidal Wave. Look at him. He is awesome. Oh, just lean back so you can see him in all his glory. He's fucking huge. He's a nice, meaty, big, thick transformer. I mean, there's no on the back of my mind. So you don't want to look at the back. It's just plain colours and screw holes. But on the front, he's wonderful. Everything clicks. Oh, blush. Everything's beautiful. And then you can also, if you so desired, you could put Ramjet on his chest like that as some kind of chest plate. I don't know. The funny thing is though, it still works, so it gives him like twisty nipples. Yeah, not entirely sure about that, but on the whole, he's awesome. He's got loads of well, I say loads of articulation. He is actually a brick, but he doesn't feel like one. There's no knee articulation at all, but
obviously his legs, he's got full range of forwards and backwards, and he can go out to the side, but that doesn't really help him when he's standing up. His arms quite good though, 180 around there, 180, 360, Jesus Christ. And then his elbows will move up and down, and you can turn them around and what have you. So yeah, he is quite a nice figure. I do love him quite a lot. A bit of a size comparison, the only thing I've got next to us at the minute is Generation Sergeant Cup, and you can see he doesn't even come up to his knee, well it just about comes up to his knee. So that's like a deluxe, well one of the old style deluxes when they were big, rather than the new prime ones. Yeah, so Tidal Wave, he's lovely. He's been repainted and I think re-released a couple of times. There was the Energon version, which hopefully I'll be showing you a picture of now. And there was the Takara Micron Shockwave, who was awesome. Again, I'll try and show you a picture of that now. Brilliant. And he was like a black and grey, and I do like that one. I do like the look of that one, but I'm never going to be able to get a hold of him, so I'll stick with my original Armada one for now. Yeah, Armada Tidal Wave. He doesn't really need to say much more than that, does he? He's mint. Lovely big fella. Oh, give us a kiss. Right. That's me signing off for another night. Hopefully, like I said before, this video should come to you in a lot better quality than the previous ones I've been doing. So, fingers crossed, and thank you very much for watching. This has been Mighty Grimlock. I shall see you again.
Mwah.